Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. I'm going to let the... Uh-oh, I did something wrong here. That's okay. All right. Waiting for you guys to get the notification so that I can direct you guys to the video. And I just realized what I did because I had to go live. I had to hit go live on Facebook before 10:09 that I forgot to. Okay. I don't even know if it will take. All right. So for those of you who are watching over on YouTube, stay right where you are because that's where the tutorial is going to happen at. I'm going to end the live video over on Facebook in about 2 minutes or so. Yeah, I haven't even gotten my own notification. I haven't even gotten my own notification that I am live. So I'm definitely waiting for that. All right. I haven't even got my own notification. So I know others over on Facebook. I mean, a lot of other people have not. There we go. Finally got my notification that I am live over on Facebook. Perfect. All right. So that means Facebook has at least sent it out to a few people. So if you are watching this over on Facebook right now, I'm not doing tutorials over on Facebook. Perfect. All right. Okay, wait a minute. Sorry, there we go. 1 second. Let's see. Okay, perfect. The link is there. I'm going to go ahead and drop this link in the comments as well. So if you are watching, be sure to click on that link and join us over on YouTube because that is where the tutorial is going to take place over on YouTube. All right. I am going to end the live over on Facebook at 4 minutes. We are at 3 minutes right now. That'll give you guys some time to head over to the YouTube channel to watch the live tutorial. I'm doing this one live because I have tried a countless number of times to get this pre-recorded and something happened every single time. I was pre-recording this one and then I got a phone call about something important, but I got a phone call and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I'm going to do this live and get it over and done with because these templates have been out for a while and we're in the midst of grad season. People are preparing and I want you guys to know how to use the templates. So I'm going to just do this live really quickly, go through as much of it. I will only be answering 3 questions and it has to be related to the topic at hand so that this video is not long and drawn out. This is not a general Q&A. All right. We are at 4 minutes. So if you are watching over on Facebook, be sure to come join us over on YouTube. I am ending that video in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alrighty, hello over here again on YouTube. I am going to start the tutorial right at 5 minutes. So that gives me a reference point to put on my timestamp of when the video actually starts. So we're going to start at 5 minutes. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. I see all of your good mornings. Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys? Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, we are going to start this, and it's not necessarily a tutorial. I'm just going to show you how to utilize the templates for that we have on our website and how they're set up. I realized that on the one for silhouettes, I did not indicate what the lines were. The ones for Photoshop, I did, but I did not do that for silhouette. I'm going to go in and modify those for those who may not watch this video. And so you'll probably get an email saying that there was an update to the files. I just have to go through a whole lot to update those files to indicate what the lines are. Right? So I'm going to go ahead and jump over to my, closer to my design page. I have a few open here, but I just wanted to go through all of the different steps. When you get your file, it is going to be a zipped file. Okay? With your zip file, let's go here, and there we go. So when you open it up, like I said, you're going to have a zip file. You would either right click and choose to extract all, or you would double click on it and you would choose extract all. Once you choose extract all, it's going to ask you where you want it to go. It'll normally have the name. You can have it where it says show extracted files when complete. All right, I'm going to cancel that because mine have already been extracted. Once you do that, you're going to see a folder that does not have a zipper on it. All right, you would, depending on which one you purchased, because you won't see all of these, it all depends on which one you purchased. I'm just going to go with, I forgot which one I said I was going to open. I think it was the trim edge of the 60. So it's going to click on here. You're going to see in the file that you have a mock-up that's for silhouette, still working on the one for Photoshop. You have a Photoshop file. You have a regular SVG file that you can use like in Illustrator, CorelDRAW, even Inkscape, Affinity Designer, and things like that. Can you technically open up this SVG in Cricut Design Space? You sure can. Would you be able to print from Cricut Design Space? You definitely would not be able to unless you split it in half. I do not teach on that, but there is a way for you to use it in Cricut Design Space and be able to design and crop or slice and all that kind of good jazz. But you'll have to figure out how you're going to split that up because you are limited in the size that you can print from Cricut Design Space. And you're also going to have the silhouette one. And we're going to open up the silhouette version because we're working in Silhouette Studio. Okay, so now it's open. I highly recommend once you open up your template that you go to File, Save As, Save to Hard Drive. And you're going to put this in whatever folder, if you however you organize yours, and you're going to change the name to whoever stole that you are designing. So I'm just going to go class of 2021 stole temp for stole template tutorial. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and hit OK to save that. My name up here will change. You want to do this so that you do not overwrite your blank template. If you go in and you're designing and you just hit save, you just come up here and you just hit the disk to save, or you go file save, you are overwriting your plain one, and you would have to go back to your download and extract again in order to get a blank template. So as soon as you go in there, save it as the name of the project or the graduate's name that you are starting to design for. That's step one. The way that these are set up, for the ones that are the trims, the trim is your bleed, as well as, like, because it comes on the inside, your graduation stole will have an even trim all the way around it. So this is your bleed, which you should always have a bleed if you are doing a full coverage design. You're going edge to edge. You want to have a bleed to make sure you don't have any white. And then the middle part also has a bleed for your background because this comes down. Like you'll see on the full trim one, you don't have to worry about that. But you would fill your edges in with either a pattern, a color, whatever you would like. And then your middle part can be made white if you're just going to leave it as white, or you can fill it in with the color and you start to design. As far as the dash line, that is your safe zone. You want to put anything like that, you want to make sure that it does not get cut off. Well, actually, it's a little bit different for each one. So for this one, where it is just the trim edge, this dash line is actually the edge of your stole. It's the edge of your stole. So if you are putting, let's say, someone's emblem there, and I think I have, let's go file merge, and I have so much stuff here. Here, let's just pull in Cookie Monster. All right, we're graduating from Cookie Monster University. We're going to go ahead and put Cookie right here. Okay. So if you're putting like an emblem or something like that, sorority, shield, seal, anything like that, you want to make sure that it is not going too close to the edge or over the edge, right? So that's letting you know where the edge of your stole is. So if you don't want it to get cut off, it needs to be inside this area and preferably not too close to the edge. The trim ones have a built-in safe zone because there's already a trim. So you can design anywhere within here. This is made for the ones that are kind of tapered and that get smaller around the neck area. Once you get to this curve, this is where kind of like your neck sits. So be mindful of how far up you put your design, because then it will start to be on their shoulder, and then this is the back area. So just be mindful of how high you put your design so that it doesn't go over their shoulder and you don't see it. I always recommend that you kind of stay within this range here, be like right after the curve, once it starts to kind of curve back, you want to stay within this range here, okay? And you can design this however you would like. If you are cropping things down, you would utilize the back portion. Now, this is not a tutorial on how to fully design this. I do have a class where I went through some basic designs. There's a level 1, level 2, and level 3 for designing. I'm just showing you how to utilize the template, and you would use all of the skills that you already have for designing in Silhouette Studio. You would utilize those skills, okay? So yeah, you would fill this in with color. All right, and then start to design. I'm going to go back over to this one. The one with the full trim. As I was saying, it has a built-in zone. I do have the edge here for the stole, and that one is more so just like a reference, and it's more so a reference for when you're putting the mock-up on top, because everything else that you would use, you're going to utilize this back one to crop things down, but this is your edge. And then the middle part is your, Actually, let's just go here and here. The middle part is, the main part of your design. You have a built-in safe zone because there is an edge on here. So anything that you put within this section would be in your safe zone. Okay. Undo, undo, undo. There we go. And it will not be cut off when you press your stole. When it comes to the basic one that has no trim, this is the one where, it really comes into play as far as your safe zone. Your dotted line is your safe zone. That is where you want to keep any text or pictures that you don't want to trail off the edge, and you want to make sure that they don't get cut off. It is best to try and leave them within your safe zone. You can go a little bit outside of your safe zone, but you want to try and keep it within that, just in case you move. Like when you're taping it down, if you're a little too far to the right or to the left, you don't want part of the school name, their name, to be cut off. So just use this as a guide. It's simply there as a guide. The gray part is where you would put your design. So whether you are filling the back with color, or if you are filling it in with a pattern, okay, it doesn't matter what you're filling it in with, pattern, regular solid color, that is your bleed area, and that's your background. That's also what you're going to utilize to crop any pictures down to it. And this right here is the edge of your stole. So this inside line is the edge of the stole. So again, that lets you know if something is going to be cut off. So if you have a picture, I will bring in one. So we're going to go File, Merge, just to show you like how to crop it. And let's look for my folder for grad pics. I created a folder to make it easier. All right, I'll just use one of these images here. So I'm just going to pull that one in. So if I'm going to pull this to the bottom so that for me, I don't like that whole straight line thing, that sharp edge, but that's a personal preference. Some people will design them and have that straight edge, but I'm going to pull this to the bottom. And this is where, knowing where the edge is, I don't want to bring this down so far to where it is right at the edge, like of the bleed, because then her picture will be kind of small. But I know that as long as the bottom edge of her picture is somewhat, in that bleed area and past the edge of the stole, when I go to press it, she's going to look like she's trailing off the edge of the stole. You would select the background, even if you have it filled with, oops, wrong thing. Let's select the background. All right. So even if you have this filled, what you would do to crop this into this background, we're going to zoom out some. You're going to click on it and copy, right click, paste in front, come over here and remove the color. Now you see that kind of coming in the front. You're going to hold down Shift, select the image, modify, and crop. And now that's going to be cropped down into the stole, and it's going to go into the bleed so that once you go and press this, her picture will look as if it is trailing off the tip of the stole. No matter where you are putting pictures, if you're wanting them, if you're wanting them to look, they're going off the edge, you have to crop them down. If it's just something that's going in the middle and all your pictures will stay in the middle, you don't have to worry about that. If your text is staying in here, shapes and things like that, you don't have to worry about that. If you're bringing in splatters, paint drips, smoke and all of that, you would have to paste in front that background, remove the color, and crop your other accent elements down so that they fit inside. Again, I do have a full course on designing, and depending on what level you're in, you are able to do like level 1, level 2, or level 3. They're all different. There is a bundle deal if you want to do all 3, but they are broken up to where you can choose which level you are most comfortable with. Level 1 is all text. And if you're doing all text, guess what? You can do these with heat transfer vinyl. You are not limited to doing this with sublimation. You can definitely do this with heat transfer vinyl and just cutting it out and pressing it to. You can even use a colored stole. In the description of this video is a list of vendors. And like if you go to Amazon, they have a couple places where they have an array of colors. So you can design using heat transfer vinyl. And if you want to put a picture on there, you can use printable transfers like the Jet Pro 3G and do a print and cut on it and put that on your graduation stole. So these stoles are not, I repeat, they are not limited to only those who are using sublimation. If you are not into sublimation, you are not left out. Again, heat transfer vinyl works. Or if you're into embroidery, you can embroider them as well. All right. So once you have your design all set, I want to show you how to utilize the mockup. Once you have your design set, you're going to select one side of it and make sure that you select everything and you group it together. This is already grouped. I thought I left it ungrouped. So we're going to ungroup this one for now. So you'll see a bunch of different boxes on there. Okay. So we're going to select all of this, right click, and group it together. Once they are grouped, I'm going to move this out of the way. We're going to select this is like our little guide. So you're going to select this, hold down Shift, select your overlay, right click, and bring it to the front. You're going to take your stoles, and this is when someone is wearing it. This is the right side. This is the left side. Wait, I did that. Yeah. Okay, I did that right. So you're going to put this one on this side, take this one and put it over here, right? You're going to click on the left side, hold down Shift, click on the guide, and you're going to go align to the left. Align to the right and align to the bottom. Then you're going to click on this one, hold down Shift, click on this one again, align to the left, align to the bottom. It might be a little bit off depending on if you didn't crop something down and something's hanging low, but that's fine. We're going to move this out of the way and pull this one on top. I don't know. And there we go. Oh, I don't know why it's off right now, but it's okay. I'm going to line it up on this one, and then I'm going to click on side, and I'm just going to move this one over. I don't know what's going on with this template. I have to fix that. And I'm just going to tab this one over. It normally lines up right with it. But this is how you would have your mock-up. And it's just a cover up. It's just overlaying it to where you're cutting off like the extra part here. And it allows you to see what the stole will look like once it is pressed without all the bleed and all of that. So this is your mock-up. To be able to send this mock-up to your clients, what you would do is go to your snipping tool, and then go new. And if you don't know what the snipping tool is, if you're using a Windows PC, let's cancel that. You're going to come down here to the search and you're going to type in snipping. You're going to click on snipping tool. If you are a Mac user, you would use your, I forget, I want to say she said it's Command Shift F for F4. I don't remember what it is for Mac users, but it's whatever the command is for you to do a screenshot or a screen grab. All right, so you're going to go new. Actually, no, let's cancel first. You want to first zoom in to where your stole is as big as it can be without kind of touching the edges here. All right, we're going to go new and make a box around it. Bring it a little bit closer, let it go. And you have your mock-up. As you can see, I did put my watermarks on here to where if I wanted to send this to a client for approval, I do have my watermarks on it. Or if you wanted to post it to social media, you can then save it and email it to yourself, or you can message it to yourself and you can post it that way. Or if you want to add it to some sort of background that has pricing, how to order it, and things like that, you would bring it back into Silhouette Studio. We're going to make it a little bit bigger. You would select trace area, place your box around it. I zoomed in too much. All right, there we go. You're going to increase your threshold until all of it is masked in yellow, including the white triangle there. You don't have to have the whole design masked as long as there's yellow all around the edge. And that was at 100%. I'm going to scale this back just a little. And I'm going to go trace and detach. All right, we're going to move this off to the side. If you have a little bit of white on your design, you would do an internal offset. So we're going to go internal offset. Oops, let's first cancel. I need to be zoomed in so I can see. So we're going to click on it. We're going to go internal offset. And we want that to kind of come up right to the edge. So I'm going to use 0.025. That's a little bit too little. So 0.05. And you would go and figure out what number works best for you. So I'm going to go 0.075 just to kind of come in just a little bit more. Perfect. Apply. And then you would select the original image and that offset. Go over to modify and crop. And now that white edge is gone. And you can make a box for however you want, like whatever size image you want to post to your social media. And I'm going to fill this in with my all-time favorite background, which is chalkboard, or you can use wood. Either one will work. And we're going to send that to the back. You can rotate it, add your text to it, all that kind of good jazz to create a mock-up that you can post to your social media to, try and generate sales or just to send it to your client. Once you have this mock-up set up, you would do the same thing As far as taking a screenshot, file, oh, no, sorry, no, let's not file. We're going to go here and remove the line color. So you can go in and take a screenshot of it and send it to yourself. Or if you have business edition, you would select it all, including whatever text you put here, your watermark, your step and repeat, you know, whatever you're going to put on there. And you would go File, Save Selection, Save to Hard Drive. We're going to name this Live Stole Tut Mock Up. All right. And I'm going to click on the drop down and change that to JPEG. And then I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to just take it all the way up just to get the max resolution. Hit save. And this is now a JPEG. I'm just going to open it up in here so you can just see it. File, open, quick access, and there we go. And that is, see, this is now all one. I can't select the stole. So you would, again, send this, not from here. You would go and from that file, send it as an attachment to yourself via email, or send it to yourself via Facebook Messenger, Instagram Messenger, however you would like to send it to yourself to get it on your phone, or you can just simply add it as an attachment to email to your client. Or if you're adding it to your website, you have that JPEG file. You'll go to wherever you add pictures at on your website, and you would add that picture in as your mock-up for your graduation stole. So that is how you use the mock-up. I'm going to do it one more time as far as just putting the template over it. So this is a 70-inch one or 72-inch one. We're going to go File, Merge. I'm going to bring in my 70-inch mock-up. Okay, where'd it go? Oh, it's way over here. Don't know why you're way over there. All right. I'm going to make sure that I bring it to front. You want to select your left and right side and make sure that they are grouped together, which these are. I'm going to bring it to the front. Bring it up here. I'm going to rotate them. Now, I'm going to bring this up here. Click on the right side, hold down. I'm sorry. This is technically going to be on the left side once someone puts it on. But we're going to click on this one, hold down Shift, click on the guide, go to our alignment transform panel. You're under align, and you're going to align to the right and down. Click on this side, hold down Shift, click over here, align to the left and align to the bottom. Click on this top one, move it out of the way, and then place this on top. Oops. Oops, wrong thing. Did not mean, there we go. That's what I wanted to move. And you would do the same thing as far as taking a screenshot. If you have business edition, you don't have to do the screen grab. You can do the same thing for this as well. You can select it, go over to File, Save Selection, Save to Hard Drive, 70-inch mock-up tut live, JPEG. Okay. Take it all the way up, save, and then File, Merge, Quick Access, There we go. There is the mock-up version, like the JPEG version of this file. And you would still have to do the same thing. Do a trace and detach to put it on, some sort of background. The elements that you will add to this all depends on how you want to design. The same design techniques that you would use for designing a shirt, an invitation, a chip bag, a label, a sticker, a bookmark, a keychain. What else we design? A tumbler. All of those, the same design techniques you would use for designing this. You're just using a different type of templates for a different substrate. But you would type your text out and resize it, fill in your colors. Now, there are some certain design techniques that were applied to these. Again, my class on designing graduation stoles, which is available. You're going to get the playbacks. All of the live classes are finished, but the playbacks are available over on academy.silaholics.com. The link is in the description of this video. And you can go to that website to enroll in one or all of those classes. These templates are available on our website, shop.silaholics.com. I'm going to go ahead and drop that in here. Okay, you're going to scroll down and the templates are there. There are 60s and this is the 70-inch or 72, and then this is the 60-inch one, depending on which size stole that you purchase. And it's $13.65 per style. You can sell these. Some people are selling them anywhere from $30 to $50. So you will have a good return on it once you are able to design it. If you want the bundle with all 3 styles, there is a bundle price on there as well for the bundle. Each style you do get Photoshop, SVG, and Silhouette. So that part isn't separated. It's just the different styles. So whether it's the no trim, full trim, trim edge, or if you get the bundle, it's $36.50, and you'll be able to, mix and match and choose how you want to design them. All right. So I will answer 3 questions. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I will answer 3 questions on, any question you guys have as far as utilizing the template and the mockup. All right, while I wait for you guys to formulate your questions, just wanted to reiterate for those who might just be joining, I went over, this was not a full-on how to design one. It was showing you how to utilize the template and what all of the different lines and things meant on the template. You can utilize this template whether you are using, you're going to design for sublimation, or if you're going to design for just heat transfer vinyl. And if you want to add pictures, you would use it to size up for your print and cut of your Jet Pro 3G or whatever printable transfer you use. I would, recommend, even though like you might put it on a white stole, I would still recommend using the ones for darks because those don't crack. They just last a lot longer. So even on white shirts, I use the Jet Pro 3G for darks. But you can do this whether it is sublimation or heat transfer vinyl. This will allow you to properly size it so that you can cut your heat transfer vinyl properly and have it fit nice and even on your graduation stole. All right. So just remember that the line on the inside, especially for the one with, let's just make this white. And there we go. So especially for the one with no trim, this one, the dark gray is the gray one when it comes in new. The gray is your edge and your bleed. The inside ones here, You do not have to do anything with them. They are just a reference for the edge of your stole and your safe zone. All right, I don't see any questions posted. So that means I did a good job of explaining it all, I guess. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and hop off of here. Hopefully this was helpful for you guys who purchased the templates. I will be doing another tutorial over on Honestly Speaking for how it's broken down for Photoshop and just where, you know, it's already a clipping mask on there and where you drop your images in. I'm going to end up doing a tutorial for that. Just showing how to use it for all of my Photoshop users. I do not use Affinity. I do not use Inkscape. I do not use GIMP. So I will not be able to show you from those. Hopefully, you know, you're able to navigate the program that you choose to use, but I will show how to do it over in Photoshop. And again, the links are in the description if you would like to sign up for any of the design classes. And we also have a session on there that is for print, prep, and press, where I show you how to print it out in sections, like onto multiple sheets of sublimation paper if you're doing a sublimation one, and how to tape it down and how to press it. Okay. The level 3 class doesn't include, none of the single classes include templates. None of the single classes include templates. The only way that you get a template is if you do a bundle. So if you do a bundle of level 1 and level 2, you get the no trim one. If you do the full design course, so from level 1, 2, and 3, all of the templates are included. So all of the 60 inches, all of the 70 inches are included, but none of the individual classes come with the templates. You will have to purchase the templates separately. All right. Thank you, Charlie. I will let him know. And yes, you spelled it right, except there's a dash because Zion Imani is all one name. So other than that, yep, you spelled it right. Thank you. Oops, sorry. All right, guys, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bells that you're notified. Once I come back fully, my live tutorials will be over here on YouTube. And then like within like a week or two, they will post. I will put them over on Facebook. I re-upload them to Facebook. But all of my tutorials will be over here on YouTube. My live tutorials. So make sure that you subscribe and you hit the bell. If you have not already and you enjoyed this video and it was helpful for you, be sure to hit the thumbs up. If you have any questions after you're watching the playback of this, do not hesitate to go ahead and drop it in the comments. I do pretty good. I mean, within a couple of days or so, you know, I'm able to answer any questions, but you can also post your questions over in our Facebook groups, Silaholics Anonymous, Silhouette Help, as well as Honestly Speaking 365 Sublimation. All right. All right, guys. Until next time, have a great one. Peace.